Hi, and welcome to my new segment. Hey, welcome to my new segment. This one is called, this is really hard. That's just Coca-Cola, by the way. Alright, welcome to my new segment. It is called laundro-chats.
Laundro-chat, laundro-chat, got a topic, we'll talk about that. Laundro-chat, laundro-chat, fold your washing while we chat. Laundro-chat.
I'm literally going to sit here, talk shit, and fold my washing. I figured if I'm going to sit here for hours on end and fold it, I might as well talk shit to you while I'm doing it. So every week we're going to get a new topic. You can pick it, I can pick it, someone will pick it. It'll be there. Might be murder one week, it might be flowers the next week. We'll never know. So go get yourself a fizzy drink. Chuck on a face mask and a flannel and let's go. I wish this was bourbon right now because I'm feeling awkward as shit. Anyway, this is going to be fun and I'm sure I will relax more and more as time goes on. Today, I wanted to talk about preteen relationships. Now, I brought it up at one of my events and the room kind of went like, ooh, ooh, like it is a giant no-no for children to have relationships. Now, everything I talk about in these segments is obviously going to be my own opinion. It's not right or wrong or right for you. It might be right for me, it might be wrong for you, but this is just my take on it. Now, I am a mother of 2 girls and 3 boys, and all of the children will be treated exactly the same. But while my boys are still little, I'm not going to focus on them, but I'm going to focus on my girls at the minute. So, when they became about 8 or 9, my youngest daughter was really into boys, and that's where I hit the, oh my god, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Do I let them have boyfriends? And then it kind of wasn't a matter of let. Now, when I brought this up at my new Plymouth event, everyone went, no, you don't have girls that age have boyfriends or girlfriends. It's just not okay. But what I want to tell you is, if you do not let your child have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, it's not going to stop them from having a boyfriend or a girlfriend. It's going to stop them from telling you they have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Little kids are going to listen to their peers before they listen to their parents. Peers over parents, peers over parents. We know what kids are like, come on. So, as much as you want to sit here and say, no, you cannot have a boyfriend, all you've said to them right there is, don't ever tell me if you have a boyfriend. Now, sometimes with different situations with parenting, it is key to go back to your own parents' parenting and figure out what worked and what didn't. Now, I was one of those kids that was not allowed a boyfriend at all. No, no way, never, hell no. And because of that, I wasn't really allowed to do anything just in case. But I did go and get myself a boyfriend because, like I said, peers over parents at that age. I got myself a boyfriend. Mind you, this wasn't preteen. I was a teen. I did have boyfriends in primary school. You know, boyfriends in primary school, you kind of just become their girlfriend and then never ever talk to them ever again. Like, ever. That's it. They could be your best friend. You could have just spent a whole year hanging out together, sitting next to each other, talking like crazy, being told off by the teacher for talking way too much, and then as soon as that boy becomes your boyfriend, you don't ever speak to them again. Never. I had one boy that I used to meet down by Whitebait Creek on my paper run, and I would give him like a peck on the cheek and then I would go home, and that was about it. But anyway, so in high school I got a boyfriend. I I must have been about 13 or 14. I did not tell my mother because I was not allowed a boyfriend. Anyway, we ended up going to some birthday and he was there. I think it was like a party at night where I was allowed like my 4 cruises, so I might have been 14 or 15. And out in the backyard, he asked me to do something very dodgy, but I thought, as being his girlfriend, that's what I was supposed to do. Was that a ghost? Bum, bum, bum. Anyway, he asked me to do something very, very dodgy. And I did it. And I was really upset. And then it turned out that he had his friends sitting in like a bush watching, and I got a bad name for myself. Anyway, I was absolutely distraught. I was so upset. I felt so let down. I felt like I had just been like sexually abused pretty much, and I could not go home and tell my mum because I was flat out not allowed a boyfriend. So I immediately went to, I cannot talk about this with my mum. I have to deal with this on my own. I'm not allowed to discuss it because I'm not allowed a boyfriend. And that was something that I had to internally deal with and not discuss with my parents. Not only that, I didn't know how relationships work because I wasn't allowed one. So I didn't talk about it. So this is where, as soon as my daughters came of age, as soon as they started talking about boys and girls and liking them more than friends, I had to go into, oh my God, what am I going to do? 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 So I made the call. Yeah, you can have boyfriends if you like them and respect them, and have a mature relationship and keep open lines with me and talk to me about everything. For sure, girlfriends, you absolutely 100%. Anyway, it worked out in my favor from a young age. So I used to sneak out, lie, go to the park. My daughters are just very, very honest with me about it. I've had their boyfriends come here and watch TV. I've had situations where they might have been on their phones and I've said, that's very disrespectful, put it away. And we learn a little thing about relationships there. My daughters learn that they're more important and that if a guy is going to come and hang out with them, then they deserve their full attention. And they talk to me about all of these different things that I would never, ever, ever, ever have spoken to my mum about. Now, where my thought also comes in with this process is my husband is a health teacher, and we've discussed this many times, that the only way that they're going to learn about healthy relationships and safe relationships is if we have open lines of communication with them. And if we stop the kids from doing something, we're not going to have those open lines of communication and we're going to lose it. So I'm not really keeping my kids safe by shutting them off. I need to be a part of it with them. This could also backfire. I could be a nana by like 35. This could go horribly wrong, but at the moment, that's my thought behind it. I think the thing that scares me the most maybe is probably when they want to go to parties. I feel like I am going to be that mum that is like, look, let's have the party here. Just so that I know that they're in a safe place. I know that they're doing safe things. I know that the kids that they're hanging out with. But oh my God, that is another thing. I remember wanting to go and play at friends' houses, and my parents would always be like, nah, no, not going there. I don't know their parents. Rah. That is me now. These kids come home and it's just can blah 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 come here, and they come here, and I'm like, do your parents know where you are? Do I need to contact your parents? Do you have parents? Do you live here now? Do I need to get in touch with someone? Do I need to give them my address? I feel like you live here now. The other thing that I feel kind of ties into the keeping communication lines open, sorry, I've got popcorn in my teeth, is my one pet hate line. This one saying that absolutely grinds me. Because I said so. And I know that I've probably said it before, but I would kick myself in the face if I heard myself say it now. Because I said so. The line, because I said so, it does my freaking head in. And the reason for that is, okay, so say for instance, my daughter comes to me and she goes, can I go out with a guy? And I say, no. And she says, why? And I say, because I said so. She's going to get mad. She's going to get mad. She's going to disrespect me because she has no idea. Kids, teenagers especially, go straight to, my mom hates me, she's a bitch. And if you say, because I said so, you're pretty much just telling your kid, like, I really just don't give a shit. I just don't want you to do something. Even though that's not why you're saying it, we all know that's what they think. Poor me. My mum hates me. My mum won't let me because she hates me. When that's not actually it. But if you say, no you can't because I'm concerned about this and it makes me worried and or blah 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 blah, and here is why, because of example A, B and C, possibly D, then they go, okay, that's why, blah 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 blah. The thing is, when we say, because I said so, and once again, this is just my opinion, I'm not folding a blanket. I'm also not folding a fitted sheet. Sorry. Oh, pants went with that. Okay, where was I? Oh, because I said so. So what happens is, in situations where your children come to you and you say, no, you can't do that because I said so, without offering them a reason, they're just going to think, worst case scenario, they don't have any respect for you. You haven't given them a reason to respect you there because they just have no reason for saying no. So we keep saying it. We keep saying no because I said so, because you have to respect me. You have to respect my authority. You have to do as I say. Do not question me. Just do it. Right? And then we ship them off as adults. Someone started up a motorbike and I thought it was an earthquake. I legit thought I was going to die. Okay, this is my biggest fear with such a big family, because if there's a really bad earthquake, like, who do I save? I've got kids all over the house. Who do I save? And then imagine being that parent and you lose one and it comes out later and it was like, yo, you forgot me. Biggest fear ever. Biggest fear. Anyway, we send these kids off into the adult world and then they go and purchase something, okay? And then the guy is like, that's $300. And then your kid is like, but it says $200. And he's like, yeah, but it's $300. And then you take it home, or they take it home to you, to mum or dad. And you're like, hang on, that was supposed to be $200. And they're like, no, but they said it's $300. Did you question them? No. Of course they didn't question them, because you've brought them up to not question anybody. You have brought them up to think that as soon as someone says something, that's it. And that is how it stays, because they said so. So, if your child asks you why, explain. If you have literally no explanation as to why you've given an answer, maybe you shouldn't give an answer. Now, during my relationships through development course papers that I was doing, It was all this kind of stuff that we were learning. Development is pretty much based on your first relationships. So good relationships with parents and open communication lines is going to set them up for life. If you have a child that feels comfortable questioning you, that feels comfortable asking questions and learning and, you know, all that hoo-ha, you will have a child that will grow up confident and be able to go and do those same things as an adult. There is nothing worse than being me. I am one of those adults that is way too scared to question anyone. A shop could tell me that I have to pay them $500 for a $5 item, and I will straight out do it, because confrontation, questioning people, hell no. No, I can't do it. So I was brought up like that. I was brought up with, because I said so, and don't ask questions. Every time something was wrong, I was emotional, something happened, go to your room, sort it out in there. Go, come out when you finish crying, kind of thing. And I truly, truly, truly believe that is why I got into some really bad toxic relationships as a teenager and as a young adult, because I couldn't question anyone. I just kind of figured that how I got treated was how I got treated, and that's just how it was. I didn't stand up for myself. I didn't know how to talk about my emotions. I didn't know how to speak to anyone. And I truly believe that that is because there was none of that in my house. Wasn't allowed. The whole... I feel like what parents want and what parents get is total opposite. So you completely flog your kids off because you want to make them tough. You go, no, go deal with it on your own. Don't cry in here. No tears. Be strong. But what you do is you end up creating these children essentially that just don't know how to deal with anything, really, other than to just completely shut down, break down and shut off. And then what happens is they internalize everything and so much. How is all of this for overthinking, by the way? So yeah, pretty much my thoughts on the whole children and talking and boyfriends and communication is, you know what, sometimes we hate what they do, sometimes we hate what they say, sometimes we hate their friends, we're not going to like it all, but the most important thing that we can do is have them on our side, because the worst thing you want is to lose them, and you will. You don't talk to your kids if they don't feel comfortable with you, if they aren't able to form a relationship with you or have a open line of communication with you. Crickets. Yeah. Damn. One of my kids is crying. So I think what I'm trying to say here is, usually as parents we tend to just go, I'm the boss, what I say goes, I have to be the boss, I am a boss, bossity boss boss, my goal is not for you to love me, it's for me to boss you. But I feel like that might turn around and just kick some people in the asshole. See, and in saying that, a lot of people that I grew up with, I remember always being like, oh my God, you're allowed to do so much. Your parents let you do so much. And those people have the best relationship with their parents. And when I say so much, I don't mean like these kids that are off walking the streets at midnight and in cars with boys at like 11 and 12 and all that kind of stuff. I don't mean that kind of stuff. I mean like when the parents worked together with the children and had a relationship, not just straight out no. So my plan is to work with my children through what will be the most testiest years of their life, because becoming a teenager is horrific. It's absolutely horrific, and other teenagers are assholes. They scare me, let alone my kids. Like, I think I'm more scared of the other teenagers than my kids are, and my plan is to ride this train with them, not against them. We'll work together, you know, with limits, obviously, but I'll explain those limits. And that's the thing. I think as long as you explain why and how, they'll be okay. For instance, I got my daughter a cell phone for Christmas. Now, this was not an easy decision. She's about to turn 13 and she's just started high school, and I was all like, ah, no. I did not want her to have a phone because teenagers are assholes, and these days with phones, they can get hold of you just like that. Like I get bullied. I get bullied so bad. People tell me to die. People wish death upon me, and I'm like the coolest person out there. So if they can wish death upon me and I'm awesome, they can wish death upon my children, and that scares me. So I got my daughter a phone, and I put a hell of a lot of limits on it. So there are a lot of limits on it. She's not allowed to download social media and all of this kind of stuff. And instead of just going, no, because I said so, you're not allowed it, and her going, why do you hate me so much? This is social suicide, rah-de-rah-de-rah, I'm going to get teased, blah, 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 but I sat her down and I said to her, look, I don't want you to get bullied. I don't want people to have access to my daughter just yet. This is the first time that you will have a phone. I want you to work through it first and learn about it and spend some time at high school first and get some life skills under your belt. I don't think that you are ready to handle what may happen. I have it lucky because every time someone treats me like shit online, I'm able to show my kids and be like, see, this is what people do. This is bullies. And they get it. They're like, okay, that's cool. And I've given them a timeline. Okay, so for now, we're just going to do this, and this is how this is going to be. But we will work on progressing a little bit further over time. And they're like, yep, sweet, cool as mum. Sounds good to me. And so far, we've had no drama. No arguments, no I hate you. So far. Why did I say that? I've just gone and put myself up the shit, haven't I? Why did I say that? But yeah. Working with them. I think that is the key. The key here is to work with our children through their teenage years, because they probably already feel like they've got enough going against them. They're gonna want boyfriends or girlfriends. If you say no, they're going to still have them, but they're just not going to talk to you about it. I mean, unless you've got some super awesome, obedient, freaking robot child that is like, no. Mommy said no. Actually, I can imagine my kids saying that, but they won't. This is me trying to fold a breastfeeding top, by the way. I can't. It's gone. It's gone. So, how's about them apples? I'm done. I might need to come up with another topic.